So you want to get a green card, but you don't know how to do it. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 ways how you can get a green card on your own without a job sponsor, without the need to get married to a US citizen. This is all employment-based options. 3 options how you can get a green card on your own. So you want to get a green card, but you have no idea where to start. Some people tell you have to get married. Some people tell you have to get a job. I'll tell you about 3 ways how you can get a green card on your own. There are ways to do it, and I'm going to break it down for you one way at a time. This is important because right now the immigration system is going through a lot of changes, and applicants that qualify for self-petitions must be aware of these options. And I want to give you all the updated ways how you as well can apply for a green card on your own. This is all based on the immigration law in the United States at the moment, which specifically allows for self-petitions, meaning you can apply for a green card on your own. 3 ways. Now, let's start with way number 1, one of the most common ways that I've been doing this right now, and this is based on the EB-1A green card application for immigrants with extraordinary abilities. Now, what do I mean by that? EB-1A is an employment-based category specifically designed for immigrants with extraordinary ability in science, arts, education, business, or athletics. You can demonstrate that you have extraordinary ability by providing documents to show your national or international acclaim. One way to show that you have achieved that level is by showing that you received something like the Nobel Prize or the Oscars or an Olympic medal. But that's just one way to show it. And that's where most people get confused. They're like, oh my God, I'm not a Nobel Prize winner. I'm not an Olympic medal winner. Yes, those individuals will get it much easier. But the EB-1A is not reserved just for those. If you don't have any of these big awards, you can still qualify for the EB-1A if you meet 3 out of 10 criteria. And those criteria are the following. Number 1, you received a lesser nationally or internationally recognized prize. It could be a prize in your particular industry. It doesn't have to be a Nobel Prize. Number 2, membership in associations in your field that require outstanding achievements. Number 3, professional or major media publications published about you. Let's say you were covered in Forbes or Yahoo Finance or Entrepreneur magazine. One article in that kind of publication will suffice for this point. Number 4, maybe you've been asked to judge work of others, or you've been participating on a panel in your field. Let's say you went to an online conference or an in-person conference and you were a judge on a panel. That will qualify you. Number 5, original, scientific, artistic, or scholarly work, or major significance in your field. You wrote a book or published a lot of articles in your field. That will go well. That will go well in this category. Remember, you need only 3 out of those 10. Number 7, having your work displayed at artistic exhibitions or showcases. Number 8, performing a critical role in distinguished organizations. Maybe you're a CEO or some kind of a VP. A lot of our clients like this category. A high salary in relations to others in your field. Again, a very popular point which we use for the EB-1A. And finally, number 10, having commercial success in the performing arts. Again, you just need 3 out of those 10 to qualify for the EB-1A, and you'll be surprised how many applicants actually do qualify. Right now, because there's a backlog in the EB categories, EB-1 is still current. A lot of applicants who think they can qualify are really trying to do so, specifically applicants from India, where the wait time in all the other EB categories is horrendous. So don't forget, self-petition EB-1A. Second way, self-petition under the EB-2 national interest waiver. If your endeavor is in the national interest of the United States, you're coming to the United States to work in a field that is in the national interest, and you're somebody that holds either an advanced degree or at least a bachelor degree with 5 years experience, you might qualify for this as well. In addition to you being a professional, because most professionals hold education, we also have to prove under a recent case law that came out, also known as the case of Danasar, 3 other things to show that you meet the requirements of a national interest waiver. And again, this does not require a job offer. As long as you're a professional or an entrepreneur, and for example, in this case, you hold an advanced degree, master's or above, or a bachelor's and 5 years of experience, or you have some exceptional skills in your field, even if you have no education, you could potentially qualify for this, as long as you also meet these 3 requirements of that particular case. So the case of Danasar has 3 prongs that you also need to meet. 1, your proposed endeavor is of substantial merit and national importance, something that would benefit the United States as a whole. For example, if you're an engineer, then obviously your work, if you develop some kind of a product, will be of national importance. Number 2, you're in a position to advance this endeavor. You have to show that you're well positioned to do so, and the way you show this is by your track record, your history of achievements, and so forth. Number 3, on balance, we have to show that it would benefit the United States to waive the requirement for labor certification if you get this green card. Typically, to get a green card, to get a green card under the EB-2, you need a labor certification, and here we can prove that you don't need it. So the national interest waiver is excellent for professionals, lawyers, doctors, teachers, architects, and all kinds of entrepreneurs as well, because we can prove that there's a need for their skills if they can actually prove all these elements that I mentioned to you for NIW EB-2. A great way to get a self-petition without a job offer, and it's really popular right now, and we do a lot of these petitions right now. Number 3, we're talking about the EB-5 investor visa. This is self-petition where you, if you have the investment amount, you can get a green card without a job offer, without getting married. We're talking about 2 options here. 1 is a regional center. You go to a government-approved project, you put $800,000 there, and then you get a green card for 2 years first, and then after 2 years you can remove the conditions on the green card, and typically after 6 years or so you can get the money back from this investment. Or you can invest $1,050,000 directly into your own project, and if you satisfy the hiring of 10 US workers, you'll be able to get an EB-5 self-petition green card that way as well. The EB-5 is also very popular because now they have the option to invest in regional centers in rural areas, and those go really fast. Some of these cases get approved in less than 1 year. And there you have it, 3 options to get a green card on your own. 1 is the EB-1A, extraordinary ability immigrants. Number 2 is the national interest waiver under the EB-2 for those immigrants that are professionals and entrepreneurs. And finally, the EB-5 through the investment of $800,000 into a regional center, or direct investment of $1,050,000. There you have it, 3 options, great options, and they are quite fast as well. If you need help with any of these options, please send me a text right now, 619-483-4549. I'm here to help you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.